Well, there.
Hey, you got feathers on your nose. How come? There's something out there? Thirsty? Want some water? There you go. Come here. Mosquitoes, bub. Yeah. There you go. You alright? Let's make room for new ones. Something to eat on you. You want to see this? Move you this way. See that? Oh yeah, big canna. Really big. I like that guy. There you go. What are you doing? Come here. You're fine. Come say hi. What you doing? Did you get wet? Well, here, I'm in the way. Come back this way. I think that's it. Double that just in case. Did you get some? You don't look like you got any. matter? What are you saying? What's the matter? You alright? I'm fine. Now I got hair all over me. Don't eat it. You want a dish of water up here? I miss those too. Probably do it the easy way. Right? What are you looking at here? There you go. We've all had a drink. So we can beat the heat today. It's gonna be a hot one. Good morning. It's Saturday, July 11th, 2026. Finished watering. Kind of gird ourselves from the heat the best that we can. Hello. You're back. There's this dove. Keeps kind of just showing up and kicking it with me. Right there. Can you see him? Right there. There he is. Hi. One of these days you're gonna have to tell me your name. Huh. Just gonna go pick on the bird feeder. I was doing some deadheading and I got a little zealous. I meant to cut just this one off, right? Cut the whole thing off. It's all right. A ton more will come up. It's very pretty, very cute. I should stick it in some water maybe. Here, we'll cut that one off. There. You know, I'm pretty sure those are edible. You can eat those. The violas, I know you can. I watched a woman once press them in the top of a sugar cookie and I thought, well, no, that is just adorable and a lot of faff. It's just cute. There. A dahlia head down there I was meaning to trim off. How are you doing? You know, I swear I had something to say about gardening. You know, it's funny being a certain way one time for a period of time, and then I think the agoraphobia is packing up and leaving. It's good she wasn't welcome here anyway. It's very bizarre, you know? I'm not complaining. I'm fine with it. It's been a slow, it took a lot of doing. It took a lot of doing. Small steps for, you know, incremental. But it's like, just like trauma, it has compound interest. So it stacks, you know, over time. So if you're in the middle of that, man, I feel for you. I understand. It's hard work. It's harder than people can wrap their minds around sometimes. You know what I mean? What do you mean you can't leave the house? I don't know. I got to the point where I just stopped explaining. I stopped answering the phone. I stopped answering everything. I ripped the PC out of the wall and just left it on the kitchen table. Yeah. What socials I had, none of those anymore, you know? You know, I got a couple of these potato vine beetles. It's only a few of them though. Let me show you here. This guy, I ignored him 2 days ago by accident. He was shoved in the back, and so he ran out of water, and I noticed him last night. He was all, ooh, like just really. And threw some water on him. He's doing all right. But, because he weakened up. See this guy? Yeah. That's all right. I've seen about a half dozen of them around. I've tried flicking them off. They just come back. So, I'm just going to ignore them and pretend they don't exist. I'm kidding. More or less, I don't really do anything about it. What was I talking about? Leaving the house. Yeah. I still don't really... I mean, I can. I guess that's where I'm at. If I wanted to, I could. But now I've settled into... I don't know, what for? What for, you know? The, it had... it had a strange effect on my habits. But not in a negative, detrimental way. You know, I quit leaving the house, so there's no more drive-thrus, coffees, food, shopping. You know, the spontaneous buys that you end up doing just because you're out of the house. All that stopped. And it went on for so long that it just became a habit, you know. And then I got really angry at the whole damn system. So that one is stuck. It's good for me though. I see that a bit more like just taking your power back, you know? Oh, here we go. The neighbor's air was running. It was so loud. You couldn't really hear the birds, which I hope is helpful. You know, the watering and the... I think of folks who are housebound like I was. Kind of, you know, I'm now, I don't know, I'm just more of a homebody. You know, and it's a bit like an injury. You know, you ever hurt yourself? You know the day you got hurt, more or less. Like, you know, oh, like it's noticeable. Like for me, well, I don't know, that took a minute with the back. But like, if you pull a muscle, I kept writing it off as like, I'm sleeping wrong, or... Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm kind of all over the place. Normally when you hurt yourself, like if you fall and break your leg or your hip or something, right? You're gonna know when you did that. But you can't really put your finger on the day that it healed up and stopped hurting, stopped aching, stopped giving you bother, stopped... When did it stop? I don't know. It just did. It was really painful in the beginning, right? And then slowly, incrementally, you know, kind of just goes away. Kind of. I don't, but not without work though. Not all by itself. I had ripped my computer out of the wall, like I said, unplugged it, ripped it out. Just about launched it out the window is about where I was. And then, I don't know, that went on for about a year or two, where it was nothing's getting in, nothing. And I'm not getting out, nothing. There's no two-way, in or out. But, I don't know what came over me. Well, one day I plugged it all back in. I think I was curious. See, I've played this video game. It's having a bit of a, I don't know. It's making a showing at the moment. It was Guild Wars 2. It's MMO. There's people out there. and there had been new expansions. What's that about, you know? My curiosity. I wanted to go to there. And so I plugged it in. And I started playing. Fucking met friends. Which surprised the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie. It did. Really did. It was very helpful. It was very helpful. And for a while, that how do I say this? So there are group activities, right? So I'm a solo player mostly, right? I kind of stick to myself. I always have, regardless of the agoraphobia. So, but I started to participate. There's this group shit I need to do because I want to make this legendary weapon. I want that. I want to do that. And so it forced me to participate. And with the world in a very small way, but enough, right? It was safe. It was good practice. It was very good practice to just be able to talk to another human being. Just, hey man, how you doing? You know, what the hell does that mean? How are you doing? You know what I mean? Very slowly. Shed that old skin. So now it's a new one, and that's strange and new. I don't know. YouTube, I think. Like, that really surprises me. But I think it's really helpful. You know, at first, I was so fucking nervous. But that's normal. You know, being nervous or anxious, talking into a camera, and then launching it out to the universe. Like, that's nerve-wracking. That is the correct response. So, and I knew that that would go away with practice. Just like anything. You get better at it. So, that helped. Talking about it makes me nervous still. I won't lie. You know, like I get a little anxious. One thing I've discovered though, if I just acknowledge that I am. And, you know, I like my pulse to drop, but like other than that, who's it a problem for if I'm anxious? Why am I not allowed to be anxious? Can I be anxious? I mean, I don't want to be anxious to the point that I'm locked in my house. Don't get me wrong. But being nervous or angry or grief-stricken, right? That is the correct response. Especially if your life implodes, right? Like, yeah. Or you blow it up, which it depends on how you're looking at it. Yeah, I did one of those. Very strange to think about it. You come out the other side, I don't know, for me, wholly different person. Wholly different person. I don't think I'd go back to what I did. I don't mind that I don't regret what I did for a living. I enjoyed it very much. I was very good at it. I loved it. I loved it. I had a really good time. But, you know, my physical body, I don't think I can be on my feet for that long. In stupid shoes. Still, the anxiety. You know, I get worn down faster. Like, on the other hand, you know, I know what burnout is, right? So maybe my running out of steam is the correct response, right? Like, Jesus Christ. I've just worked, I don't know how many hours in a row. I'm tired, right? Like, we should rest. Stop and rest. And so, you know, that's a bit of the body telling you, hey, you need to, you know, take a beat. So I just have to recognize and acknowledge that that's happening. Right? Sorry, my pulse starts running. I'm just trying to let it go in a strange way. Yeah, and so I thought maybe showing you the garden if you're in the house, or maybe you're in a small space, you know, a lot of folks in apartments and shit. It's good for you. I don't have to be out here for 12 hours in a day either. That 20 minutes of watering is enough, you know, or deadheading. Yeah. That has completely changed my life. Entirely. And you only have to do it for 20 minutes out of the day. You know? I know a lot of people meditate. I'm not there. Meaning, not yet. I need a bit more practice before I can sit still. Because I don't much. I get very squirrely. I'm up and down. I play the video games nowadays, but like I can do a 20-minute, that's it, session or something. And I got to turn it off and I'm up and I walk around for 10 minutes and I come back and I fire the game back up for 20 minutes. Like I don't, you know what I mean? It's a bit of restlessness that so I don't really fight it. I just kind of, okay, so we're restless. So we'll do this for 20 minutes and then I'll go outside for 10 minutes. And if that's what I need to do, then that's what I'm going to do. I don't know. That's not the answer for everyone, you know. I had the runway to be able to take a swing at it for about 5 years, 6 years, you know. There was 2 when I was just locked down and said nothing to anybody, but it still took me 6, 7 more years to get here. So, yeah, and the going back to work, like I don't want to have to manage all of this and work at the same time. I don't think I could. My memory's so different. I don't know. Like my short-term memory or name recall or, you know, that I'll struggle with that. Or language sometimes. Yeah. Used to blame that on the coming off the opiates from the back surgery. I thought I ruined my brain for good, but I didn't. That's slow, but it comes back. I think if I use it, you know, then it would fire faster. I mean, I use it, but, you know, read a book. I should read a book. You know, some kind of practice. Video games help if you're older. Jump in. Water's fine. It's good for your head. And you talk with other people. I think Guild Wars 2 has a pretty decent community, though. I will say that. That's not like... A lot of people will comment that, too. It's just a really nice... The water's warm. You know what I mean? It's nice. It's a really nice place to be. So many others are just trolls, you know. Yeah. Where am I going with any of this? I don't know. For some reason, I feel like it would be important to tell people about getting up and how to how to crawl out of that hole. I don't know. You know, like it's not I don't know. One stupid, small, shitty step at a time. You know, it's better. It's, you know, it's crucial if you have people in your life. You need somebody in your life. At least one. I had a few. I still have a few. you know, oh man, and they feel so helpless. It takes so much patience on everybody's part. Mine, you know, I was, how do I, okay. So my general, I got so angry. It was just fuck the world. Just, ugh, till the end of time. Like that's how I was very angry. I'm losing my train of thought. That's the, yeah, that happens a lot. Well, you sit and think and ruminate and, you know. Oh, but that's not my natural state of being, right? I don't want to be angry and petrified all the time. That's not living. I want to live my life. I just have one. Um, Not to get a little woo on you, but you know people on the other side by any chance? You lost people? I lost one in particular. And one day, I'm fairly certain, he said to me, I'd still be there if I could. We're gonna get there fast enough, right? Like, life's gonna go by pretty fast. So, yeah, that's enough of that, I thought. I don't want this. I don't want it to end, but I don't want this. But I don't want it to end. I had made up my mind. And so, sally forth, right? Venture out. One small one. Video games helped. It was good practice, like I said. And then gardening. I wanted to do that. I want to do that. So, it's not always the same thing for everybody. It's accessible for me, right? Like, my oldest got into rock climbing, and boy, the catharsis. I mean, I thought of absolutely, because of the amount of presence and physical exertion. And there's really not much else that can be happening. And then you get to the top. And that has legs. You know, it's not like the kid has to go rock climbing every single day. You know, now he's very busy, but he climbs the trees. But so a person doesn't need it that often, you know, but that works for him to keep him like really steady, really steady. I'm so thrilled he is. The youngest is, you know, loving the gardening and the walking and that's good. That's good. Still at home, my youngest. My kids are about 10 years apart. And so my first one had a better start, right? Like the kids, if you're about 30 and you've made it and you kind of are out and settled and you have an apartment. But for the younger ones, man, I don't even know. It's a hard go. So we're not anxious, you know, for anybody to leave the house. It's fine. It's just a 3-bedroom. What the hell are we gonna do with 3 bedrooms, you know? Put more shit in it? I don't, okay, I'm kind of all over the place. But here's the other thing. So, oddly, I'm cynical as hell. And I've always been. I'm like kind of a smart ass with a chip on my shoulder, and, that's nothing new. But um, you come out the other side, you get out of the hole, and it turns you into this, you know, dumbass cheerleader. I've never thought of myself as one of those. But suddenly, I want everybody else to get up, get out. You can do it. I want you to live. It's a funny thing about discovering how much you love life. You want to spread it around. You want to fight for it hard. So I want to cling to it, fight for it. Beg you to join in. Especially now, right? We all need it a bit. Like, I don't mean to be, I'm not ignorant. All the, happening. But steady state of anger is not just rage, unmitigated, blinding rage. Gotta find our center. Remind ourselves why we're so angry. Because these are human beings. Being hated and killed, and that's really hard. We'd all very much like it to stop. Oh my God, please vote. Don't listen to people when they tell you it doesn't matter, or it won't change anything, or they're all bought and paid for, please. Vote the incumbents out. Easy enough. Better yet, maybe one of us should run. Maybe. I don't quite have myself together for something like that at the moment. But I wouldn't rule it out. Oh, man, that would take some practice. That's enough of a ramble. You know what? If you're here, you are here. That's the point. You're still here. You have a great big adventure waiting for you. Or maybe just a little tiny small one. It doesn't matter. You have a life to live. That's the thing. That's the whole adventure. Jesus Christ, I sound like a Pinterest board. I don't mean to. Don't mean to sound trite or Pollyannish or like, go find your joy. But legit, it's worth it. Sorry, I'm getting all bubbly and, I mean it. I'm glad you're here. You make the world a better place. You absolutely do. Yeah. You have a good day.